like to call the March 27th board meeting to order. Roll call.
Ms. Nazario?
Here.
Ms. Washington here. Mr. Ballard?
Here.
Mr. Sturgill?
Here.
And Mr. Ferguson.
Here.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone. I'd like to see a packed house, especially when we're kind of primarily here to cheer for you. So I'm going to defer to Mr. May, our Assistant Superintendent, to kind of walk us through our celebration of students.
All right, yeah, good evening, everyone. We are excited. We are welcoming students from Palm Elementary School this evening. Yep, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever it is now. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And they are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Calise, do you mind introducing them? And we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll talk about them.
Good evening. I have fourth grade students Mia Sebastian and Harlem Medina to present for Palm today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And you guys have been working hard on researching and building knowledge through investigation. So do you want to show us what you guys are doing and working hard on in fourth grade at Palm?
This is a glimpse into a fourth grade classroom by
Harlem Medina.
and Mia Sebastian. And this is about an animal research report, biography research report, and OST writing. To prepare for the Ohio State testing, students will compare and contrast Jackie Robinson and Martin Luther King. Students will write a multi-paragraph response that explains why Martin Luther King Jr. and Jackie Robinson are important to society.
Standards. Conduct a short research report that builds knowledge through investigation. Produce clear writing in which the development and organization are appropriate. Develop and strengthen writing by planning, revising, and editing. Use technology to produce/publish writing and collaborating with others. Write informative text to examine a topic and explain ideas clearly. Compare and contrast the same event or topics.
What did I use to find my research information? I used first Newsela article, second Wikipedia, third Google search, fourth National Geographic Kids, fifth Writing Geographic Organizer, sixth McGraw-Hill.
Here's some work that we've been doing in fourth grade. I'm going to read you some 5 fun facts about the great white shark. 1, the great white shark is the biggest shark in the world. 2, they're actually conflict avoidant. 3, they also existed before dinosaurs. 4, the largest great white shark was found in Mexico. And 5, great white sharks never use their tongues.
And I'm going to be saying 5 fun facts about a blobfish. First, blobfish grow to about 12 inches long. Second, blobfish babies are born in eggs, and female blobfish lay up to 100,000 eggs. Third, they are native to Oceania. Fourth, the blobfish has a short-bread tongue. Fifth, blobfish can live over 100 years.
Okay. Here's some more work that we've been doing in 4th grade. 5 fun facts about Jackie Robinson. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. They wanted to share their research that they've been doing today, so lots of hard work, as you can see, in a 4th grade classroom.
You guys are
Nice
outstanding.
job.
Thank you very much. And before you sit down, can we get some pictures? The crowd?
Everyone look over at me for 1 second. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
And continuing on at the dedication to excellence and spirit of hard work paying off, Coach Henry Patterson. I saw him walk in, didn't I? Did he disappear on us?
Did he leave?
All right, in that same mode, I'll invite up our esports coaches, Tio Marty and Seth Lippin. Come on up. And we started a new program this year, esports, and we are already, because of their leadership and the great kids we have, incredibly competitive.
Seth Lippin, I'm the head coach. This is
Tio Marty, assistant coach for esports.
We have a wonderful design. The top part of the Lorain Titans with the swords crossed is designed by Jenny Morales that we have to use on the website for scheduling. And the other graphic is from TV20 and Carrie Trout. So what are esports? Electronic sports are esports that are competitive video games played individually or as a team. There's a variety of different gameplay and game styles and game genres. And we've joined with the Ohio Esports, which is the unofficial official league. They're partnered with a larger national program, and that's their mission statement. What is it exactly? Their mission statement is to empower students by providing educational institutions with the knowledge, direction, support, and resources to implement, maintain, educate, and compete in electronic sports. It provides leadership opportunities. Team captains are responsible for much of the pre-game planning and match setting in-game and post-game. There's going to be leadership seminars that can be offered to them as they're partnered with Army Reserves and other leadership organizations that'll help them develop skills. And then it's about climate, which deals with a lot of social, emotional regulation and management. As far as how it's growing, this is a graphic of all the high schools in the state. Since 2018 to 2021, they added 400 teams, which is about 3,000 students. There's about 49 in-state schools that offer scholarships and have programs. There's a graphic of some of the bigger ones. The new skills being developed is Discord is an app for a phone or an online communication program. The league does a lot of its scheduling and communication through theirs, where the captains can set up scrimmages and practices with other teams. It creates community, positive relationships. Students that tend to have a lot of introverted skills feel more comfortable with their social skills developing there. It also fosters in-game communication when they're actually playing. We also use UGC, which is a website where the league posts the division rankings, their schedule. It's where you build your teams to compete and set your rosters. As far as teams, most games have up to 5 players that start. You can have substitutes that can come in the game. They call the teams slightly different. Premier teams are the equivalent to varsity. Reserve teams are the equivalent to JV. You have to have a premier team to have the reserve team. And you can have 2 club teams, which is entry level. Each game can have up to 4 teams, so they can have premier, reserved, and 2 club teams per game. Players can compete in multiple games. There are actually 2 seasons throughout the school year, fall and a spring season. A season is 7 weeks long, and then playoff weeks going into states. Playoffs are the top 2 teams in each division for the premier team. The lower ranked teams tend to have a different playoff format that can be pretty fluid. Premier teams have a chance to go to a Lorain tournament for their playoff matches. That's an in-person live tournament. Our Rocket League team actually placed second in the division and is set to go to the Lorain tournament at Mount Union at the start of May.
Year 1, nice.
We compete in 2 games currently, Rocket League being the one. We have a premier team. We also have a Valorant premier team and a Valorant club team. There's 22 students on the team currently. We can basically have computers for 24. Each team has a captain, so we have 3 team captains, the 2 coaches, and we're looking at adding a couple mentors from college levels through staff members that have their children are actually in college playing esports and want to mentor and talk to our students about what the college level's like and some of the graphic designs and video game design courses that kind of go with it when you get to the college level. This is what the season looks like and some of the events they offer: coaching clinics, esports camp, Great Lake Championship, national showcases, and there's partnership series. So there's always like individual or invitational tournaments that can pop up. A lot of those can be student ran and developed, which is a really unique thing about the league. These were our division standings and records. Both our Valorant teams missed playoff spots. They both were 1 win away, unfortunately. And the Rocket League team posted a 5-2 record and earned a regional spot. We were waiting because Wild Card Week is this week, so we may have had to play in Wild Card Week, but fortunately we did not, so we get to go straight to regionals. So that's exciting.
Excellent.
Very excited.
The students gain a safe space to work on communication skills. Playing together facilitates a structure for communication and allows students who are more introverted to work together with peers. We have several who have actually informed me, usually through text on Discord, that they really appreciate that they're getting more comfortable with talking to people in person from this. Along with that is students learning to manage their emotional energy. Anything that's competitive tends to lead to frustrations, and that's learning to manage those frustrations into energy to achieve positive goals, and also maintaining good sportsmanship when we're doing well. And also the chance to earn the chance to earn college scholarships is also really exciting. These are some of the quotes from our students. They feel esports helps them focus more in class, gives them a fun end-of-day goal. It helps them learn and strategize. Esports should have been recognized worldwide. Students and players have talent and want to try and play at the professional level. It's something they love doing, and it may not get to if they don't have access to be on a team. And they think it's a great stress reliever. So if school's stressful or their home life is stressful, that they're able to come to something that they enjoy doing, practice getting better at it, and kind of use it as a positive escape. And then I wanted to give a bunch of thank yous out to people that have helped make the program possible. Drew Stevens and his tech department have done a lot of work for us. Brian, Corey, and Miss Becca have helped me and the coaches with learning this. Miss Cheers and the rest of the LHS admin staff has been super supportive. The teachers sent an outpour of emails to me when we first got this started and have offered a lot of supports. Our students actually in Discord like showing off their grades and support each other with that. Jada Morales for making the graphics. Lisa Roberson for helping me get the word out when I was doing tryouts. Joe Bach and Terry Trout were looking at using TV20 to release recorded game footage and them doing like, they call it shoutcasting in esports, but it's play-by-play casting. Students and the team, because they put in a ton of effort, the parents and community for supporting the program, and all the other people in the district that have been behind the program and supporting it. So thank you, everyone.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, this program started, as many have, for an opportunity to keep our kids off the streets and be in our schools and be around great people. But to have this level of success this quickly, I think is just a testament to the two of you and how much you know about it, but how much you care about our kids. And I've heard the stories about how grades have turned around quite a bit. I've seen a whole lot of things and heard all the backstories that you know happen when kids have a connection to school. So I just want to thank you both for your leadership and for what's already happened and what's to come. So
Are there any
thank you for that.
questions? I know
Yeah,
there's-
I just want to ask about the open play. I know we've got a couple nights where, is that going on, and how is it being received for kids that are not involved in the program?
We have casual gaming that takes place, actually not in their space, but in a separate space.
Oh,
And last I
okay.
heard, we were just shy of 80 kids who are participating. Not
Miss-
every night, but on a regular basis.
Yeah, Ms. Bluso, I believe, runs
Yes.
that. And
Oh, okay.
It's quite popular, and some of our students have actually gone down there. They said they're going to scout to see if there's anyone that wants to
Okay,
play
I was gonna
competitive.
say,
So
is that
it-
a,
Keep it going, yeah.
is that
Yeah.
a breeding ground for more players?
Yeah,
And again,
so
the whole
that's-
opportunity, or the whole purpose, is to give our kids opportunities to spend time with us. So,
And we still get some learning done, and so we have study tables in the back, and our students get to work on a lot of lateral skills, emotional regulation, social skills, things that I feel were maybe lacking when it came to being on leave and coming back from COVID. It's just, I can provide anecdote after anecdote, and I'm grateful for his leadership, Coach Littman's leadership, and for your support as our board. Thank you.
much appreciated.
Yeah, there's also some academic pieces that the esports encourages, aligned to Ohio standards. Coach Marty's actually really excited about one that's a tech course that deals with a lot of branding and marketing stuff. And so he's looking at talking to LHS admin about possibly getting that course as an elective.
It's good stuff.
Excellent.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you
so
very much. Appreciate your leadership.
I saw the curriculum, good stuff.
And again, more kids to celebrate. Coach Patterson, Mr. Corey, I'm not sure who's speaking, but if you could maybe do us a favor and brag about our kids.
Is Henry gonna talk?
All right, I think it has to work here. All right, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of our Lorain track team. Again, it's Henry Patterson, for those, I think pretty much everyone does know me. I'm excited because this is a program that for a long time has just been kind of labor love. We've been doing it kind of toiling away. We started back in November. Again, the district, thank you, because the school board provided resources for transportation from the high school. We would go Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2:30 to 4:30 at LCC, practice upstairs, come on back. So we had 3 days of practice, and we had our first meet actually the second week of December at Tiffin University. We've had 10 indoor meets. We were at Tiffin University. We went to Ohio State University. We went to Ohio Northern University. We went to Oberlin College, Ashland University. So essentially, over the course of from middle of December to the end of February, we've been traveling all over, but mostly doing college visits as well. The team did really well. We had one young lady, Miss Nakia Herman. She finished 7th in the state in the 60-meter dash, a fine time of 7:67. This was while Nakia was playing varsity basketball for the Titans as well. So she'd go back and forth. She'd play 1 or 2 games a week, a game on Saturday, and then come and run track on Sunday. So she did real well. We're proud of her. Simone as well, Miss Simone. She finished in ranked number, I believe, 6 in the state with a 37-10 in the shot put. So she's a sophomore in Miss Witt. Very excited for her at the state meet. She finished, I think, 25th. She was a little disappointed. And then our 4x2 relay team of Nakia, Delasha, Ainea, and Ayana, they broke the school record twice this year, ran 1:47:33, which was the 10th fastest time in the state, and we finished, I think, 16th in the state at the national. So again, had a great team.
Awesome.
So because of their efforts, a real big deal was this year there was a Nike Indoor National Meet, and you have to be in the top 50 in the United States to even get invited. So Nakia was invited, and she was in the championship division, so you had to be in the top 40 in the country even to get in. So she made the championship division of that meet. Simone made the emerging elite division in the shot put, and our 4x2 made the emerging elite in the 4x2. So we're excited to be able to get in there. Again, I was able to speak with Mr. Corey and the school board. We are very appreciative of you providing resources. Apparently, transporting kids from Lorain to New York is not easy to do. We were able to get it pulled off, and then we got to spend, we left Thursday at around noon. And I'll show you a couple of pictures in a moment. We had a fire department escort from the school on our little 12-passenger bus, which at first they didn't like, but when they were all laid down and sleeping, they were pretty happy. So I'll just take you through a couple of the pictures if I can get through here. So again, this is actually the girls, that's in Times Square, the second day we were there. You know, we did compete, but we also made sure we spent time and let the kids see some places as well. This was all the girls. Tyra had an event tonight, but those are our girls, Tyra, Nakia, Simone, Ayana, Inea, and Delasha. That's our trusty yellow school bus as we load it up. Then as we were going along, we're on the bus. They had a little prayer before we got started. And then this was actually kids, I was posting on Facebook and different places. A little bit of Americana. We're in the middle of Pennsylvania, and they stopped and they got chicken and other food you get from a truck stop. So they were pretty, that was probably a highlight for all of them, not for me so much. But
Truck stop food,
let me get there. So this was a girl, so when we got in, so again, it was about an 8-hour drive from Lorain to New Jersey. We actually stayed. And we broke in about 4 hours, got there. And we stayed the night. The following day, we went in to check in at the Armory, and the girls, they got commemorative batons and got their names on the back of jerseys and everything else. So it was a good experience. The first day, we've got Inea getting ready to run the 4x2, and again, this is a pretty big. There was, good Lord, probably about 4,000 kids there. It was televised. It was live action. It was a wonderful experience just for the kids being on the stage. Now, a number of them competed at the state meet last year, but to be among the best in the United States, I mean, just the pressure was a big deal. So we were excited again, and have our Lorain Titan jersey on. It was pretty special for them. I don't use the Mac. I know. I always have touchscreen. I don't have here. Oops, I'm moving things around. 1 second, if I can fix it. So once we finished with the first day of competition, again, I believed I wanted to be educational as well. So it was really pretty incredible taking the kids on the subway. They were really excited just to get on the subway. They were pigeons. They named a couple of pigeons. I'm not making that up. One was Henry. One was and I was going to bring it up. And then they were excited, like, oh, are there really rats here? Yes, there were rats on the subway. And they got excited. They got excited to see that. So we took them to Times Square. They were able to take some pictures, do some shopping, which was probably the highlight as well. And then as we're done, we had, we did have a bus, but again, fortunately, I've been around New York a few times, and I told them, you can't drive in the city. The city is all set up for mass transportation. And so we were at Times Square, and there was a bus that left at about 7:30 from the Port Authority. So as we're going there, we're walking over, and I remember it was funny because on one of the side streets off of 42nd, Hamilton was, the show was playing, and Nakia just got, oh my God, is that really Hamilton? We did not have enough time to see Hamilton, but across the street from Hamilton, there was a very good pizza restaurant. So I tell the kids, you go to New York, you got to have pizza. So we got in line, we bought them pizza, and I remember, I don't know if it was Simone or maybe it was Inea, I can't remember, but she says, I'm never eating Seleni's or Elisio's again. I'm only going to buy a New York pizza. Simone actually bought a full pie to take back to the room. I'm not making that up.
There are no secrets here.
Yeah, so we did all that. How do I advance this? 1 second. I don't do Macs at all. And it's not a touch screen. Let me see 1 second. Is it arrow down? Okay, I'll use Macs. Okay, so here we go. All right. So the next day, Nakia ran and was very excited because she finished the top 24 qualified. She qualified by about 0.03 of a second. Beat another girl who ran the same time, but not fast enough. So was excited that she finished actually 20th in the country in the 60-meter dash. And again, these were some of the top kids, some of the best competitions she's ever seen. The girl from Ohio is pretty good, the state champion Olivia Pace, but it was a great experience. So we were excited that she did make it to the finals, which was my real goal, was just to make it to the finals because at that level, those girls were pretty quick. After we were done running that second day and Nikki qualified, we were excited. We got back on the subway, and I said, there's no way I'm taking these kids to New York without going to the World Trade Center. So we took them down there. I didn't realize it, but again, we took the subway. The World Trade Center, the actual stop, is a mall. So once again, the kids were excited because they got to go shopping for another hour and a half, and there's the UGG store and everything else. But when we were done, we did have a chance to, pay our respects there at the memorial. Again, this is right out front of the World Trade Center Memorial. We then took the trade back in. We're down, went by the Empire State Building, et cetera, and we were actually able to get some more pizza. That was another highlight as we killed some time. But we did a tour on the Circle Tour and got to see the Statue of Liberty. Again, for Nikki and others, that was kind of their highlight. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
That's her girl.
And so it was an incredible, and what was nice, it was a guided tour. And so just talking about the architecture of New York City, I actually have never did it before, but they took us by Ellis Island. They took us to the Statue of Liberty. They took us to the Brooklyn Bridge, and just it was narrated. So learning about both the New Jersey side and the New York side was really, it was a pretty incredible opportunity for the girls as well. Again, I don't think any of them had ever been to New York before, so it was their first chance to be there. And again, to see the Statue of Liberty and learn a little bit at the same time was nice as well. Nakia went back the next day, ran really well, but didn't make the finals. I think it took like a 7:54 to make the finals, but she still finished 20th in the country. We were very, 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 very proud of her. Simone ended up finishing 15th in the shot put. She was disappointed, very disappointed. I think she only threw 35 feet, so she wanted to throw 39. But nonetheless, it was still a pretty good experience. Again, thank you for the opportunity to allow our girls from Lorain, to see something different, to perform at a high level. But I just want to tell you, it was more educational than anything. Again, for them, going on the subway and seeing what New York City was like, it was something I was very proud to say that I was a part of. Mr. Corey's told me that the school board and Dr. Graham, thank you, has decided to expand your support of the indoor track program. Again, this is all, I got my wife's in the back, Deborah Patterson. She's another one of the coach, and Coach Lee Tang. This is all a volunteer. We don't, again, there's no supplemental. We're not asking for a supplemental, but it's just helping these kids. Again, exposing them to stuff. Our numbers are growing. Our season actually starts tomorrow. We've got a dual meet against Elyria as long as they show up, and then they may not. And then on Saturday we're going to open up at the Avon Lake Invitational. So we're excited about this season. Again, please feel free to come on out. We've got 2 or 3 home meets, and again, if you look at Lorain Schools, LorainAthletics.org, we regularly have articles where we showcase what our girls and boys are doing. Okay, Nikki, would you like to say anything? Maybe put you on the spot. No, maybe.
Just thank you so much for the experience.
What was your favorite memory from New York? Lady Liberty. Okay.
Liberty.
Anyone else? Delisha, anything?
No, I just want to say thank you.
Anaya?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Simone?
Thank you.
Ayana, anything?
Thank you. The pizza was the best part.
Yeah. So again, and as I thought about it, again, it's just this experience. Again, I really felt that and for the school board, and I should also say, we've been able to raise just in the community. It was about $10,000 that we've raised collectively over the year. So again, what we've been doing is we've been paying for the entry fees. We provide them with food at each event, and then even this meet, you have transportation, but it was another about $4,500 that was raised just through the generosity of people in the community. But I felt really good that, again, Lorain was in New York City. So often these type of opportunities happen in the suburban districts. You don't hear of school districts like Lorain. And so again, it was just great. Yeah, Lorain's there, and for us to have a robust indoor season. So just truly, I thank you and for providing these opportunities to these kids.
No, Andrew, thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. And I coached track for about 10 years, and I think what I always love most about track, excuse me, is there's no defense.
No.
Yeah, there's snow, but there's no defense. So you truly see hard work pay off. And for you to score and place and run as fast as you did is a testament to how hard you worked. So thank you for representing us as well as you did. We are, and I apologize because all those things about how we've done indoor track in the past didn't know about, but we'll get better and provide more support. And Henry, I want to thank you and Deborah. I know you both well enough to know that you're pretty busy people outside of this. So to pick up a chore like this, I mean, it's a lot of time. A great way to spend your days, but it's a lot of time. I just want to thank you for all that you do for our kids. And I've never been to New York City, so now I have to go and get some pizza, so.
I want to say how much I enjoyed following your trip by your Facebook posts of the
Yes, I agree.
pictures. And the smiles on the girls' faces said it all. You didn't have to tell us how much fun they had, because you could see it in every picture that you took. That they were excited and they were having fun. And I know that when Nakia got back, she told my wife right away, that Liberty, that's my lady.
Anything else?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And just because Tio's out here, I'm going to call Tio back up again real quick. You know, because Coach Patterson mentioned opportunities that a lot of times our kids don't have. The conversation that you and I had at the shipyards. So we're in the process. Again, our goal is to create opportunities for our kids, to engage them in schools, and we're trying to be as creative as we can and meet the needs of our kids. And Tio had a great idea.
I was just speaking honestly. Many of you that know me know that I love technology and all this, but one of the things that many people don't know is I rowed for Cleveland State. I was on crew for 2 years at Cleveland State, something that was incredibly formative for me. And we have this great resource here, Lake Erie, as well as the Black River. And I wanted to ask if it would be plausible, because I've tried writing grants in the past and I've just not found enough money to get a program started. And so with Dr. Graham's blessing, I'm going to gauge student interest and see if our students would be interested in rowing on Black River and around Lake Erie possibly.
Had a great opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you for
No,
that.
Tio, I just want to appreciate your leadership and making sure you're looking out for opportunities for our kids.
One of the few sports where you go backwards.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you.
Thank
Guys
you
else
so
think else?
much.
You want, we fully understand.
Now for the boring part.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the fun part of the meeting, always is. Now we get to the nuts.
Yeah, the best part.
All right, first hearing of the public.
They all left.
Yep, everybody's gone. To approve minutes from the March 13th
So
and
moved.
the March 16th meeting.
Support.
Hold on a second. That was Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Sturgill. Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
Any old business? Reports and recommendations of the treasurer?
I have items 8.01 for approval, please.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? A roll call?
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
And Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
Reports and recommendation of the superintendent?
Thank you, Madam President. I would like the board to consider for approval items 9.01 to 9.09 personnel matters.
Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
I'd like the board to consider for approval 10.01 to 10.11 operation matters.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. Any new business? Committee reports? Second hearing of the public.
I would just like to, remind everyone that we have the spring event coming up. Mark your calendars, May 18th from 5:30 to 8 o'clock.
Thank you. Our next board meeting will be Monday, April 10th at 5 o'clock here in the boardroom. We will be going to executive session for B, property and D, negotiations.
And pending litigation.
And pending litigation. Can I have a motion to go
So move.
into-
Support.
Roll call?
Ms. Nazario?
Yes.
Ms. Washington, yes. Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson?
Yes.
No votes.
They're crazy. Can hear really good with this. You know, they talk about